Apex. And we had the opportunity to have Joe Pyfer on. And so last week we were broadcasting, at least Steve and I, we were broadcasting from the Apex. And we had the opportunity to have Joe Pyfer on, and Joe's team was there. And he talked about a young man that he had with him, who I don't remember if he guaranteed, but he said that this guy will be, he is the real deal, and he will be a world champion. So I figured, let's get in. Let's talk to Jose Soto Jr. Jose, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. We appreciate your time. First, talk about the experience last week. I think Joe said it was your first time in Vegas and first time kind of soaking in everything that Joe's going through. What was the experience like for you?
It was a very good experience to see it firsthand and to see how the ropes are swung, to see how media day goes, to see what it is day to day in fight week and being a UFC fighter. It was a great experience.
What can you take from that? You know, you're already motivated. You know, Joe already said you will be. So what can you take from those couple of days that you were there to better yourself, to get you prepared for the run and to get into the UFC?
I think it just, comes down to the basics, consistency and persistence. Maintaining focus, doing what I need to do, and things will shift and things will open my way.
Before I ask you, so the second question after this one, talk about yourself and how people can get information and follow you. I'm curious, since you left Vegas, how many birds have you seen?
Maybe one on the way out, and it was the bird I was flying.
Oh, there you go. It was funny because when Steve and I were driving around, we were kind of talking about Wednesday's media day, and he's like, you know what? We really can't find any birds here in Las Vegas. So kind of found it funny. Talk about, who you are, where you are, record, where you're fighting, all that kind of stuff.
So, as you know, my name is Jose Soto. I'm from Millville, New Jersey. I live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and fight out of Marquez MMA, Web Fitness MMA. I'm currently 4-4 as an amateur fighter. And since then, I've just been training. My story's a little different because of some medical reasons with my eyes that I haven't been able to fight as frequently as I like. But in the meantime, I've been training vigorously and consistent in my craft that I've developed the skill, the hard work, and the will to show the people of the world that I am the best.
Talk us through the story of how you decided, this is what I want to do, and how you decided the gym that you were going to go to and the team that you were going to join.
So I originally started based out of a gym in Millville, New Jersey. It was called Vendetta MMA. Being there wasn't really a good structure or foundation of a gym. It was just kind of your old rundown, grungy, basic garage gym that didn't really have a lot of structure. And I was very ambitious on fighting, and I had the confidence to believe I could fight no matter what. And I wasn't really aware of the training that I wasn't getting. And the training that I did get, I took in with me and learned very quickly in my first few fights that it wasn't enough to get the victory. It wasn't enough to win. And so realizing that, I had to kind of reevaluate what I was doing, the people I had around, and there was some time in between that where I just kind of got a job to make money, to make the funds so that I could go to a quality gym and get the proper training. And so I did. And finding Jonathan Webb over in Washington Township, that I met with him, got in contact with him, got to go to his gym, and have been training there. And through training there, I met with Marquez MMA, and ever since then, I've been with those guys for about 4 to 5 years.
What's it mean to you, when a gym owner, and even one step further, when somebody like Joe Pyfer, who has gone through and worked hard and got, to the top of the mountain right now at the UFC, when all of these people get together and believe in you as a person, not just believe in your skills?
Yeah, it's definitely, it came of shock to me in the beginning early on. I'm not accustomed to that necessarily based off how I grew up and, my story, but having those people and to see that there are people like that, it's crazy coming up in this life, in this world. You'll dare to be great, and you'll find out that the people closest to you don't support you, your own blood, your own family, and in fact, the strangers you don't even know or barely know are the ones that see your potential and want you to succeed. And, I found a lot of strangers in my life that have seen that in me, and I've tried to do my best to keep those people around me because that's what's gotten me this far.
And now, same question, but I'm going to direct it to you about Joe. Talk about Joe Pyfer and how good is he and how good can he be?
I've learned a lot from Joe since he's joined the gym, and his character, himself, the way he carries himself, and his way of training. I see a lot of myself in him. I'm sure he sees a lot of himself in me, and seeing him, and the way I look at life, and it's mirror to mirror visual that. Seeing him do what he does and seeing his potential and seeing him grow, it sheds light on not only me but the guys that we train with, that we are at the doorstep of the biggest promotion that we can compete on that stage. And guys like him who are honest with their work, consistent, persistent, and just try to live life. He's a very simple guy. He just wants to live and be happy. And to see that and recognize that there are more people like that, not just myself or him, it turns on the light for other people as well. That's the kind of effect that Joe has.
Definitely, and what a super dude, and I can't wait to, we talked about him and you guys coming down to the Bay Area and fish and eat at the pizzeria and all that kind of stuff. Talk about it, if you would and can, on the difference, between being cocky and being confident. A lot of times fans and media and whoever, they take confidence as cockiness, and sometimes they take cockiness as confidence. Talk about the difference.
I think there's ways of being very abrasive and aggressive in your confidence. I think it all comes down to perspective and how someone feels personally about themselves. And when they hear somebody speak out, when they hear somebody go, "It's me, I'm the man," whether or not they feel discouraged and small from it and dislike the man or envy the man for it, or they draw inspiration from it and go, I want to be like that. I want to be strong and willing and brave to step up and say, "It's me, I can do it." So it's just all based on perspective, I think.
Absolutely. I agree with you. When would you like to, and when do you think you'll get back in and have your next fight?
So my plan was to fight October 20th, but it seems though, as we get closer to it, that it's not likely. The promotion I was trying to fight for, they sold out in tickets, and they just couldn't find me anybody. So I'm trying to fight December 1st and December 15th, whichever promotion of those dates would allow me to fight. So I'll fight anyone. I'll fight anywhere. I'm looking to take this step and really show the world. I think it's time, and so if this interview helps me get any fights or any opportunity, that would be great. Like I said, it's me. I'll take that stand and say what I need to say to do what I need to do and show the world why I say what I say and do what I do.
Do you want to fight local, or if I can get you a fight in Florida or in the Tampa Bay area, are you game for that?
Local would be lovely. Local would be great. I don't know if you're familiar with John Morgan. He interviews a lot of the local guys here in Jersey. So, based off who whatever, I would love to start out local. But once I'm able to fight local, I would love to fight in areas like Florida. Absolutely.
So with that being said, how do people follow you? What's the Instagram? There's a national show, obviously. So how can people follow your career?
Right now, you're probably going to be able to see a lot of me on my Instagram at The Real Hitman MMA. Go on Instagram at The Real Hitman MMA. You'll be able to find me on there, and that's where a lot of my announcements are.
There you have it.
And Jose, so I got to just say this. I don't know who has talked to you about media, about interviews, but you're great, man. Yeah. You've got a great calming presence. You're articulate. You're amazing, bro. So whoever has been coaching you or helping you with this, that's a crucial part of this game that they don't really talk about. Everyone's talking about the skill and what happens in the fight, but being able to speak and promote yourself and sell yourself is the key to success, my friend.
Thank you very much, sir. That brings a lot of light to me, and I get goosebumps hearing that right now.
Jose, I appreciate your time. Yeah. Let's stay, in contact. I want to get you back on before, your next fight, after the fight. Let's welcome you to being part of Knockout Radio.
Absolutely.
We got your address last week. We've already, put in the paperwork for your gift from 8 Man Strong, your box from Bucked Up Energy Drink. So enjoy those. Stay in touch, and hopefully all you guys, like we talked about last week, will come down and enjoy some fishing and enjoy some of Matt's awful pizza and, just have a good time in town.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. I can't wait. You guys are doing so much for me. I can see it now, man. I coming out of Vegas, I was saying I'm right at the doorstep of the UFC. You guys opened the door. My foot's in there. So, you guys gave that space to me, and now I'm in there. Thank you.
Well, whatever it takes, you're part of us. We're part of you guys. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you before your fight.
You guys too. Be safe. Have a good day.
Take care. Jose Soto Jr. Good dude.
Great.
Joe Pyfer said that's his guy. He's going to be here. And I said, yeah, I'd love to get him on. And they kind of looked at us like, yeah, sure. We did.
I love his Instagram little tagline. So it says, never attached, only connected. Never attached, only connected.
That sounds familiar. That's a line. I put a thing up on Facebook that, after we went to the UFC in Jacksonville and we went to the Leonard Skinner bar and all that kind of stuff, I said it's the first time that, honestly, the first time I ever looked at lyrics, to the best of my knowledge, was gone too soon.